Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
37-year-old Florida man William Reid made his intentions very clear online in advance of January 6th. In an Instagram exchange on January 2nd, Reid asked another user if they were going to DC, and he said, quote, "Let's raise some hell." Then on January 5th, he wrote that he planned to, quote, "get in trouble tomorrow," and, quote, "it begins tomorrow." On January 6th, Reid stated that it was, quote, "game time," and he predicted, quote, "tomorrow is going to be a shit show." And Reid recorded and posted a video as he walked from Trump's rally to the Capitol. He captioned the video, quote, "Time to storm the Capitol." Doesn't get more clear than that. But tell me again about the FBI and all the people who incited this. Anyway, in another video that Reid shared on Instagram, he bragged, quote, "So they put up a ton of barricades last night. We broke the barricade. We're on the doorsteps right now. We're fucking going in all the way." Reid was then seen on video within the restricted area of the Capitol grounds. He was chanting things like 4 more years, fuck these tyrants. He also was seen helping others to climb bike racks that they had positioned as ladders. I know you guys have seen that. They were trying to reach the entrance level of the Capitol. And Reid continued to document his crimes on video. He recorded himself saying, quote, "We're on the footsteps of Capitol Hill. I'm right there, front lines. Fights are breaking out. Pepper fucking spray everywhere. We're going. We're pushing all the way through." But the cops let them in, you guys. The cops waved them in. Why was he being so aggressive? Anyway, and as seen on video, Reid was among the first of the mob to break through the final police line and reach a set of Capitol doors. He then made his way to the bleachers overlooking the inauguration stage. He raised his fist in the air. He yelled to the mob below. And in a video he shared online, Reid said, quote, "I'm on top of Capitol Hill right now. We broke through. We fucking did it." Then Reid moved down to the Senate wing doors where a member of the Proud Boys, you guys will remember, busted in a window with a stolen police shield. And Reid was recording while this was happening. And he boasted, quote, "We're storming the fucking Capitol. Promises kept. Yeah, you hear that shit? Fuck it." After that, Reid illegally entered the Capitol through the broken window. And once he was inside the building, he repeatedly maneuvered his way to the front of various mobs to confront officers. He was seen also entering a room that's off limits. And after exiting that room, he was then seen on video running to open a set of Capitol doors to allow more of Trump's mob into the building. Yeah, that's how those doors that lock from the inside got open. But before Reid could reach the doors, another insurrectionist had already opened the doors. So Reid saw that, he turned around and he headed to the speaker's lobby where he used the bathroom. And while he was in there, he destroyed a TV and a water cooler. He later admitted to all of this on video. He said in part, quote, "I turn around and there's a fucking flat screen TV up on the wall and AOC's donkey face is looking down on me smiling. I lost my shit. I don't know what I picked up because there was brushes, like these ornate, like golden, and it wasn't gold, but like brass fucking brushes, what they fucking had in these vanities. It was one of those or a fucking remote or something. And I just picked it up and I like overhanded it and bam, I smashed the fuck out of that TV. And then I destroyed the water cooler and they probably have my fingerprints all over the shit too. But whatever, I don't even give a fuck at this point. So they can track these electronic communications, but you know, maybe I'm lying, maybe I'm not. I don't fucking know, but I know this. There's no fucking cameras in those bathrooms. Just saying. While Reid was in the bathroom committing these acts of vandalism, Ashley Babbitt was shot. So after exiting the bathroom, he found out about her shooting and he ran away. He ran away from the area. So following the Capitol attack, Reid continued to share his videos on social media. He kept bragging about what he did. He kept referring to the attack as inspiring and fun. And he likened the attack to being a rock star. And he said it was, quote, a high I've never experienced before. He also admitted that his intention was to, quote, get into Congress and to, quote, storm Congress and stop the certification. So Reid made it clear that it was not Antifa, was not BLM, and that it was, quote, MAGA people who led the attack. His words. He boasted about how he and others, quote, bum rushed and overwhelmed the police, and how the memory of their fear, the memory of the fear in their eyes, quote, fuels him. Then he bragged about how the mob, quote, won DC and pushed for every inch. And Reid promised more violence. He wrote that they were, quote, just getting started, and how this was, quote, just the first fucking battle. And Reid sent voice messages on Instagram threatening to kill anyone who outed him. On March 7th of 2021, Reid posted a video on Instagram, and he captioned it, domestic terrorism. And he said, quote, prison would be fun, but you're not going to incarcerate me, motherfuckers. The 6 was a warning. Then in a video posted the following day, Reid stated, quote, I'm going 6th on steroids, the sequel, real soon. And he said that his only regret was that they surrendered the building. So he continued with this type of posting. He continued posting violent comments and videos like this for months. And of course, he began posting videos in which he talked in very explicit and vivid terms about murdering minorities and his political opponents. In fact, Reid promised that he would be, quote, Hitler on steroids. Reid also taunted the FBI, and he said that he loves, quote, the fact the feds are after my ass. And he warned, quote, I won't go Kaczynski, but I'm one guy they don't want to back into a corner. So obviously a reference there to the Unabomber. There's a lot more, but I don't want to make this video 30 minutes long, so I'll wrap that part up here. So Reid was arrested on April 1st of 2021. He was indicted on charges of entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, parading in a Capitol, and altering, destroying, or concealing evidence. Unlike most others, though, Reid opted for a stipulated bench trial rather than accepting a plea deal. And somewhere along the way, the charges were increased. So on August 23rd of 2022, Reid was found guilty of obstructing an official proceeding, altering, destroying, or concealing evidence, entering a restricted building, destruction of government property, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading in a Capitol. So the destruction of evidence charge was added because investigators couldn't locate his phone. And he admitted that he tried to disable his phone and hide it because he realized that agents were outside of his home waiting to arrest him. And the agents report that basically Reid is a hoarder. So they couldn't locate much of anything in his house because of just the amount of paraphernalia, the amount of stuff in every room. So based on his convictions, Reid was looking at up to 20 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and $250,000 in fines. But the government requested only 78 months behind bars, 3 years of probation, and $2,443 in restitution. You guys are not going to be shocked to hear he has a history of domestic violence complaints against him. The prosecutor notes that none of the complaints resulted in a conviction, but numerous women, including the mother of his child, contacted the police and or sought out protection orders because of his alleged violent behavior or threatening behavior. And at the time of the Capitol attack, Reid was out on bond for an aggravated stalking charge, also involving a female victim. In addition, by stalking that woman, Reid was violating a previous protection order against stalking. On top of all that, Reid violated his probation conditions in a 2005 conviction. And he's a deadbeat dad. According to the government sentencing memo, he owes $44,000 in court-ordered child support that dates back to 2018, of which he has the ability to pay. It's not like he can't pay. He just chooses not to. But Reid, who said it would be cool to go to prison, is now pleading for leniency. He's using the Jamie Foxx defense, basically. He's blaming all of this violent, racist, anti-Semitic words and actions on the alcohol. He's blaming it on the alcohol. So Reid's attorney told the court that he has, quote, long suffered from crippling anxiety and depression, and that over time he learned to cope with his anxiety by self-medicating with alcohol and by hiding behind a braggadocious, loudmouthed online persona. And Reid told the judge, quote, I was filled with liquid courage and the energy of the crowd. U.S. District Judge Dabney Friedrich presided over this case, so I didn't have much hope for a real sentence, but I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised. It was pretty decent. Judge Friedrich sentenced Reid to 37 months in prison, 3 years of probation, $2,443 in restitution, and a $295 special assessment. In addition, the judge ordered Reid to submit to random drug testing and to take part in mental health and cognitive behavioral treatment. And then Reid is also required to complete a domestic violence program. So overall, based on who the judge is, I think this was a good outcome. I mean, the fact that it was Friedrich and he got over 3 years is just a miracle in and of itself. So anyway, guys, if I hear any more, I'll let you know. Thanks so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate. Really means the world to me. Thank you all so much again. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.